Hello everybody, Sniping is Fun here, and today I wanted to present another topic that I really wanted to talk about recently, but haven't had a chance to really do a video on. I had it planned for a few weeks now, and now I'm going to do it. And it's another topic on third parties. Yeah, that's a very interesting topic, Nintendo fan to basically talk about. But basically, my topic today is the fact on the loss of third-party support, for Nintendo in general, the Wii U and partially 3DS, but really Wii U. Like the the fact that there are hardly any third-party developers developing for the system practically anymore, and really, in my opinion, based off what we so far have gotten and how they've treated the system so far these past couple years, the majority, not saying the little bit that goes against the grain here, but the majority of third parties, I'm calling BS out on that. I really am. The fact that they're dropping their support. Like, they're basically, a lot of third parties are dropping support and dropping, the Wii U because, it doesn't sell on the system. There's no marketing on the system. We have no audience on the system, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. And I really don't think that's actually the least bit true, at least for the majority. Because what I see I don't think people are not buying your games because they're not your audience, because they don't want games like that. I just think they're not buying your games because, well, guess what? You're not giving equal support to the Nintendo fan. You're not giving them any sense of like, oh, well, we're going to give you a good quality supported game. We're not going to mess up anything. That's hardly ever the case. I mean, there's a few games like, Rayman Legends and maybe Ninja Gaiden 3 and stuff like that where third-party developers have actually given legit support to the game and they were equal on par with other systems and whatnot. But more often than not, we get situations where the game is gimped, missing features. It's not up to par with other systems that are getting the game. B, we get late releases. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Watch Dogs. Ubisoft, how retarded can you get? The PS3 and the 360 version came out months ago. And then you released like the Xbox One and PS4 versions later on too, and the Wii U version still isn't out, and it's coming out like next month. And you guys hoped that this would sell? And then they go off on a tangent saying, okay, that's our last mature game, because no Nintendo fan buys Watch Dogs. All they buy is Just Dance. It's like, I like Just Dance, but it's like, no, I haven't bought Just Dance in a few games. I haven't bought Just Dance since, like, the third one or fourth one or whatever. I don't... I still have some of the older ones, but not any of the new ones, and that's not even me as a Nintendo fan that only would buy them. I would buy Rayman, I would buy Assassin's Creed, I would buy your franchises on the Nintendo systems, Ubisoft, and a lot of other Nintendo fans would. Because people went off and basically, I think, calculated data, and they basically said that while Just Dance games did fairly well on the systems, I think some other games that Ubisoft brought over sold a lot more. Like Rayman Legends sold a lot more than any Just Dance game. And I think they basically said that I think one of the Assassin's Creed sold better on the Wii U than most of the Just Dance games. So, or at least sold competitively compared to it, to the point where it was still a marketable franchise. Assassin's Creed has been pretty marketable with 3 and 4 basically on Wii U. But yeah, there's that. And then, or if they don't late release it, they stealth release it. They don't really announce it. They just announce it's going to come. Okay, we're not announcing our version yet, but we're going to announce it as we get closer to release. In this case, it's Activision with the Call of Duty series. They always announce, the PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360 versions months ahead, E3 or whatever. And then a month or two before the game releases, there's a Wii U version as well. there was a Wii U version, why didn't you announce it like, months before? See, it's situations like that that just you wonder why third parties wonder why their games don't sell. And also, there's like no marketing behind the Wii U versions. The Wii U third party support. Like one third party game exclusive from Ubisoft, Zombie U on the Wii U was a launch title for it, and there was a bundle with it with the deluxe bundle, the deluxe system, and that game sold a lot because they put a lot of focus on that game. They put a lot of marketing on that game. That game sold a lot because it was bundled and people bought it with their system. It was marketed. People wanted to play it because it really felt like survival horror, which a lot of the industry nowadays doesn't even rely much on. And people like that genre. And guess what, Ubisoft? That was a mature game. That was a mature game that, guess what, Nintendo Wii U fans that used to say, do not buy mature games, did not buy games like that, bought. They bought that. They bought Rayman Legends. There's a good amount of people that at least bought at least Assassin's Creed 3. I remember, I think that one sold a little bit more than 4 did on the Wii U. But it sold, I think, enough to make profit because it came out around launch time. Because I think it was marketing into it. So I just wonder why third parties basically go off on a side saying our games don't sell, our games don't make profit, our games don't have a market there, so let's take it away and drop support. And some third parties come out and legitimately say, okay, we don't want to support this system, we don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. Like, Shokio said this, and other people on YouTube have said this, and they've legitimately come out and given legit reasons for why they don't want to support. That, in cases like that, I'm fine when they do stuff like that. Stuff like that, they can actually, they at least know why they don't want to. There's other third parties that either BS their reasons or don't say any reasons at all, and it's stuff like that that you question, like, why aren't you supporting the system? Why are you dropping support? And the biggest person that really dropped support that we thought was going to be there would have been like EA. EA back at E3 2012, I believe. Yeah, 2012. They said, oh, we're on support, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to bring out games like this, we're going to bring out games like that. And then, leading up into the system, and shortly thereafter, where's the EA support? Oh, we're not going to support the system. You guys are a bunch of liars. Why you go in just to pull yourself out? You're like Nintendo and Sony. Oh, we're going to work together. Then Nintendo pulls out. You pulled out on Nintendo. It's just, third parties, a lot of them just, piss me off. They make no sense. And I like a lot of their games, especially the Japanese support, which that's the biggest thing I don't understand is Japanese support. Well, that's disappearing because the Wii U is a Nintendo system, meaning it's a Japanese system. The game system is going to sell fairly well in Japan, even though they're more so on handhelds. And it's so far second place in America. And I think it's about the same in Europe. I'm not fully sure. It's just second place in overall sales. And it's over Xbox One, yet more Japanese developers are supporting Xbox One because the hardware is similar to PS4, yet their games probably won't sell as much as PS4, but then there's the Japanese system, which just doesn't make any sense. That even if it's not multiplayer, there's no exclusives. They're not really doing anything for it. The Japanese developer is really the one surprising me here. I can understand Western developers, like EA and Activision, Ubisoft. But, Konami and Capcom and Sega and Square and Namco, those are the ones that are shocking to me because I don't really get that, why they're not there. But it's just like third parties, like basically this. Third parties go off and basically say their games don't sell, they don't have a market, and they're not able to do well on the Nintendo system, when in fact they have not, in the majority, and not counting little things here and there from certain third parties, like they're the minority in this situation, but the majority has not even given legit support to the system. The majority of third parties have not even legitimately tried. Like I said, they basically gimped their games, they missed features, they They do late releases, they stealth release, they don't market, and yet they still hope, oh, well, the Wii U system's going to sell as much as this system like PS3 and 360, which have been out for 7 years and have this big, giant market. And this system right here, Wii U, just came out, and it's been out about 2 years now, and it doesn't have as big of a market, but the market in the install base is growing and growing and growing, yet we hope that that install base is going to sell as much as this large install base that's 7-year plus grown. It doesn't happen like that. You have to put support in. You have to give legit support and reasoning for why fans should buy your games. If you do stuff like that, you're only going to piss people off. If you do stuff like that, no one is going to buy your games. No one cares if that the features are missing. No one cares about games that have missing features and stuff like that. Because then they always say, oh, I could buy elsewhere. You're just driving away from that system. That's all you're doing. Which isn't helping that system in the slightest. And if you want to grow an install base, if you want to grow a market like you did with Sony and Microsoft, you have to put in effort. You have to try. You have to give legit support. Ubisoft, Just Dance is not legit support. You're not going to grow an install base off of Just Dance. You're going to grow an install base by pushing out your franchises and marketing them, bringing the people to play, which guess what? Nintendo does. Take your games to Best Buy, your Wii U games too, and talk to people. Talk to people online. Push your games, market them, actually give support, and then maybe, just maybe, you'll draw the Nintendo fan base back. There are franchises that Nintendo fans love from third parties. They love Castlevania. They love Kingdom Hearts. They love Final Fantasy. They love, a multitude of games. Some sports games. A lot of Nintendo fans like sports games. A lot of like RPGs and fighters and platformers and all this stuff. There's a lot of franchises that Nintendo fans played years ago that when they were on Nintendo that they love now. And those franchises actually have fan bases in the Nintendo, market, in the Nintendo fan base. It's just so confusing to me. It's like the Wii U is getting less support from third parties than the Wii did. Yeah, the Wii U was a juggernaut. But this is the system, the Wii U, that was supposed to, according to Nintendo, bring the core gaming back, bring support back, be the gaming system, be the system for your Nintendo games and your third-party support. And they were supposed to push for that, and apparently they didn't, or third parties backed out, or something happened along the lines, because a lot of these third parties were there at E3 2011 talking about how they wanted to support the system, how they wanted to give support to the system, and where are they now? They're nowhere to be found, which means they were lying, Nintendo messed up, third parties messed up, gamers messed up, someone messed up along the line because how it looked 3 years ago is not how it's looking now. And I'm just hoping and praying that it gets better. Third parties, please, as a Nintendo fan, I buy third-party games. I mean, I'm a Sony gamer too. I buy Nintendo and Sony. I like both, and I can go and get whatever I want wherever I want. But I would like to have at least more opportunities, please, to put Nintendo third-party games on my Nintendo system. If you've seen my video I did a few weeks ago, I showed all my third-party games I had on my Nintendo systems. As a Nintendo fan, I buy third-party games as much, if not more, than I buy Nintendo games. Majority of a lot of my Nintendo gaming libraries are in fact third-party games. The Super Nintendo is. The 64 is. The Wii is. The GameCube even is. It's a lot. My 3DS is. My DS is. All my systems are basically, for the most part, Nintendo. My Nintendo systems are mostly third-party games. And I know other Nintendo gamers out there are like me. So please, third parties, give us legit reasons. And please, if those legit reasons can be met, I would love to see you guys back. I don't know who to necessarily be mad at, you, Nintendo, or whatever, but really, essentially, I'm kind of mad at everyone. I would love to see just a more equal, gaming front. All three companies supported equally. And a lot of your reasons for why your games don't sell come and stem from the fact that the things you do. So please, please improve. And Nintendo, please improve too, so we can make sure incidents like this never happen again. Thank you. My name is Sniping is Fun. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a nice day. See you all later.